Okay, today I'm joined by Owen O'Donnell, who is an actual artist who makes art for a living. I want to present to him some creations that people from within Gamer Network have made in the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator, which is a very good character creator and has a lot of options for self-expression. You can basically make any human face / body that you can imagine or that you've seen. And I wanted to know what an actual genuine artist would think about some of the creations that I've been sent. So Owen,
is Dragon's Dogma one of those things that came out, did all right, but over time grew into a bit of a sensation?
Exactly, yeah.
I'm more of it like, unless opening weekend blows me away, I just feel like, well, if it was better,
yeah,
the crowds would have been knocking down the door, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
they wouldn't be showing up 6 months or even 6 years later.
Yeah,
you see,
this is by Dom, and it really gets across what can be achieved in the character creator.
This says to me, large man who sits in front of you at the cinema. Oh, masculine human, certainly. I mean, it's summed up there. It's put it in words that I never could have. I think that really cut through the ball. Masculine human. That's it. I like his big nose.
Does it remind you of anyone in particular?
I feel like you're leading me down a path, but your hand has slipped away from mine, and now I'm groping in the darkness. Which is this? Is this someone I definitely know?
Well, this is Ian McKellen's Gandalf, as created in the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator.
He looks sturdy.
This was sent in by Connor, who is aged, I believe, 26.
I see.
And he calls this Baron Harkonnen.
It's like you're in a rock bar and they've put candles on every table, and because everyone in the rock bar is just mad, they're melting the wax all over the tables and creating their own little worlds, when really they should be paying more attention to the Smashing Pumpkins. Did I see him being described as calm there?
Yeah,
I suppose he is often calm, but as long as things are going his way. But I mean, he's like, I'm not much different myself,
Yeah.
It's easy to sit back and relax in a great big puddle of oil when when it's all going your way.
I do think the tailoring on his pants here is a bit too good for a pre-industrial setting, and I also think that it shows a lack of planning on Connor's part, that if you look, he's struggled to fit Baron Harkonnen into the amount of characters he's got here. I
mean, this is a current game. This is on PlayStation 5, and it's using all the power of the emotion engine and so on. Yeah. While he's walking, do the boxers slowly but surely make their way in and then have to be adjusted? Are we looking at that level of depth?
I don't know if that's a feature. I very much doubt it. I know
to think about.
I know a griffin can fly overhead and carry him away, but I don't know if that realism extends to underpants going up the bottom. Okay, now this was sent in by Mark, who I believe is 23.
One thing that I'm aware of when it comes to Dragon's Dogma is that a disease can spread through your hometown or base or some such. I'm now thinking that you bring one baseball player back to base, and the next day there's two of them.
Yeah. And
then as soon as they've got enough for a team, you can see them trying things out. They've constructed their own diamond.
Yeah.
And but if you leave and you think, oh, this is grand, leave them to it. You come back a week later, everyone's a baseball player.
Yeah.
You think, why? I should have nipped it in the bud.
Infamously, the worst kind of people as well. The worst kind of athlete.
I appreciate the artistry here. Now, the last time I was trying to do custom work like this in a game would have been in like a Ridge Racer, where you have a very basic kind of pixel art square, and just all the work, very tedious, very troublesome. I see like a Nike tick here. I see the NY logo. It's on the cap, everything. This seems very involved. I think they've gone to great lengths, and I think it's paid off for them. I feel like playing as Stephen Toast and meeting Ray Purchase should always be Ray Purchase could really help you out, but you always refuse to bring him along. Just be really petty.
What I did when I came to making my pawn, I decided to recreate my cat, Mochi, who you're aware of. Sort of like, she has a very, what I call a Presbyterian mouth. She's often very disapproving. Long story short, this is what I came up with. You can't just have a calico in Dragon's Dogma, because like the beast people are like, they're based on like tigers and lions. So you can't quite recreate the domestic cat, but you can have a good go. So
you rightfully introduced me as an artist, and that's very true. My art is well known. My artwork has been entered in competitions. I won a Blu-ray of The Big Lebowski with my art many years ago. You know, just one of the things I've achieved. And what I'm saying is that I recognize art when I see it. And this I wouldn't call art, but I would call this sick. I think what you've done is sick.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I simply need to repeat back to you what you've told me. You've recreated your own cat as a sort of a woman in a video game to walk around and watch. And if you have to see a facsimile of your own pet cat wearing a bra, you've taken the wrong turn.
I never thought of it like that. I thought.
And what does she say, Mochi, when she's walking around in Dragon's Dogma?
She says, "'Tis my privilege to accompany you as your loyal pawn."
Now that's not how Mochi goes on, is it?
No, it's not very lore accurate, is it?
Have you essentially created some sort of bizarre dream world where Mochi is of help rather than a sort of cantankerous ball that shits in your home?
This was submitted again by Mark, age 23.
Very good. I think now between this and Street Fighter V, I don't think Capcom are ever going to make a game that doesn't have freakish Build-A-Bear style like character creator. Is make a wrestling game, but with the most ridiculously intricate character creator. And you don't even get to play it, you just get to make them. An online wrestling game with a ludicrously intricate character creator where, rather than being the wrestler, where your character is, you're in the crowd with your custom sign. So you're watching the match and everyone else around you, there's 100 other people watching the same match online.
Yeah.
And it's all your custom freaks running in, and you're holding up your sign for like Baron Harkonnen, George Costanza, my cat. And then everyone can move away from whoever's holding up the my cat sign and just be like, no, man. You've convinced me to check out Dragon's Dogma 2, despite the fact that I haven't seen a second of the game.
I just want to leave you with one last thing, is that as I play everything, I play this game as a big woman, right? So Dragon's Dogma 2, imagine an open world game that actually understands that mountains are big. That's the pitch.
It's a hell of a pitch.
I mean, have you seen mountains this big in anything else? Like, look how fucking big everything is. It's not curated. It's not like Skyrim where there are mountains, but they're not dominating because they want it to be set out like, you know how central London has all these rules about how you can't obscure the view of St. Paul's Cathedral. You know, landscapes in games are designed like that because they're always designed to look good from any angle. Capcom doesn't give a shit about this game looking good. Capcom just says, well, we're going to build the biggest fucking mountains and they're just going to be in front of you all the time because that's what mountains look like. And I'm from Scotland, and this is what it looks like. So I think it's got some of the greatest art direction I've ever seen for that reason.
Some of the best art direction. They're telling you to do it yourself. I'd say, what if I bought a game that said on the box best art direction of all time, I wouldn't then expect to be told, all right, well now make your cat, put a pair of boots on your own cat. I say, excuse me, it's like going to the best pizza place in town and then they say, all right, here's the dough. Unbelievable.
They don't get you to make the mountains though, Owen. Like the mountains, they put the mountains there themselves.
All right, well, play Dragon's Dogma 2, there's mountains in it.
Yeah, I mean you can be reductive, but that is my pitch, because I think your
pitch was reductive.